These comments that I'm making are in response to a video that I posted on YouTube, and it's related to the Trayvon Martin murder case and the injustice that followed it, where the Sanford Police Department refused to charge George Zimmerman, the killer, with murder. All you racists out there, before you get started on your comments and hitting the dislike button, you might want to think about what you're going to say. Try to come up with some new terms, because I know you're ignorant. We know you're ignorant, but you don't want to sound ignorant. All your little nigga comments and your Schwarzenegger and your white power and your Trayvon Martin deserved to die and I am George Zimmerman, I hate niggers, blah, 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 blah. That's kind of old. It's played. I try to be a little bit more creative. But I tell you what, your comments does do. It shines a light on the magnitude of the problem of racism in America. And it's important for the rest of the world to see this. See America for what it really is. Because we love going overseas telling people how to run their business. We love running over there telling people about the injustice that's being perpetrated against the citizens of their countries. And we'll even oust the president to make our point. But when it comes to injustices right here in our backyard, we got a problem dealing with that. Especially injustice where a black person or a minority gets the short end of the stick. Yeah, black people kill black people. More black people kill blacks than any other race out there. But you can say the same thing about whites. More white people kill white people than any other race. More Hispanics kill Hispanics than any other race. More Asians kill Asians than any other race. Why is that? Because when you are upset or disgruntled or whatever, you're going to usually take it out on the person that's closest to you. And we're in the type of society where the majority of people that are around us just happen to be of the same ethnicity. So no big deal there. Stop trying to throw us off. We know it's a problem, but stop trying to throw us off and get us distracted about this case, trying to minimize the fact that a kid was murdered in cold blood. Now, the 911 calls related to this case was very telling for two particular reasons. First being that when George Zimmerman was on the phone with the 911 operator, the 911 operator specifically told him to stand down. The 911 operator asked him, "Are you following him?" Zimmerman said, "Yeah." The 911 operator said, "We don't need you to do that." That's number one. Number two, a neighbor, after hearing the disturbance, called 911 and expressed her concerns. On the neighbor's end of the phone call, you can hear a child in the background screaming, "Help me, help me." And then you hear a gunshot. And then the screaming stops. Now, Zimmerman claims that the screams were his. Now, let me tell you something. I'm from the hood. I've witnessed a lot of gun battles. And I have never, not one time in my life, heard anybody who was carrying a gun scream for help. That don't happen. It just does not happen. Okay? Now, the hate groups out there, they don't like George Zimmerman. George Zimmerman is half white, half Mexican. The racists do not like them. They don't like him. Okay, let's get that straight. George Zimmerman is a pawn in their game. What they're banking on is that George Zimmerman gets off so that he don't set a precedent for them to have to do any hard time or possibly end up being murdered by the government because they murdered some innocent person. They violated somebody's constitutional rights. They committed a hate crime. So let's get that straight. They don't like Zimmerman, just like they did not like, the Republican Party did not like Herman Cain. Herman Cain was a pawn. He was somebody that they were trying to use to get Obama out of office. See, they don't mind working with you, doing business with you if you can help their cause. So they had a hidden agenda for Herman Cain. He was never that guy. As long as they can control you and make you do what they need you to do, handle you any kind of way, they'll ride with you. Just because somebody is black does not mean that they're going to be fair and impartial to blacks and the issues that affect them. For example, Clarence Thomas. He is the absolute biggest Uncle Tom in the history of civilization. The biggest and the most powerful Uncle Tom in the history of civilization. And I want to get outside of the box for a minute. I hear a lot of people saying, well, what if Zimmerman was black and Trayvon was white? But what if Zimmerman was black and Trayvon black? And Trayvon was walking from the store with his Skittles and his Arizona iced tea, and Zimmerman was the watchman, and he saw Trayvon, and he checked him out. And then you know what would happen? He would have let him go on about his business. That's what would have happened. Trayvon goes home to his family. He graduates high school. He goes on to college. He gets a great job. He marries. He has children, like most of us wish to do. And he lives happily ever after. And last but not least, the point that I want to make is that even if Trayvon did bang Zimmerman's head up against the ground, even if he did give him a bloody nose, even if he gouged his eyeballs out, Zimmerman's point is void because his whole argument is void because you don't get to start a fight, get your ass whooped, and claim self-defense. That's just not the way it works. So Zimmerman initiated, he provoked, and he murdered. He's guilty. Case closed.